Hi, welcome to Durant Farms. We're the Durants, and we're here to tell you about our first year on the farm here in western North Carolina. Be sure to like and subscribe to stay up to date with everything that's happening here at the farm.
We moved to the property just over a year ago. When we got here, we inherited a host of problems,
Including erosion problems left over from a logging project, a failing plumbing and septic system, and years of overgrowth and neglect.
But we also came with a grand vision and plan for how to solve the problems and move our vision forward.
Since moving, we've been able to solve or address a number of the problems that we've encountered. We've also been able to renovate about 3/4 of the remaining structures on the property, turning one of them into a successful short-term rental.
And we've built a road, added amenities, and began construction on our first glam site and container home.
It's been a busy first year, to say the least.
All of that, and we haven't even begun to mention the alpacas.
Sorry, guys.
We'll get into all that in a minute, but for now, let's go back for a second.
First off, we are located just 20 minutes west of Asheville, which is in the western part of North Carolina. We are nestled in the Blue Ridge Mountains and have about 86 acres on the farm.
We love our location because it's close to Asheville, but still feels like you're out there. The surrounding mountains and rural landscapes are incomparable.
Durant Farms is a really special place. It has a variety of freshwater springs, waterfalls, creeks, and 2 large pastures, as well as a 1950s tobacco barn. More on that later. We get incredible long-range mountain views, as well as peaks through the valley.
Plus, the place really shines at night too. From the magical fireflies to the next level stargazing, you just really can't beat the immense relaxation and peacefulness that this place has to offer.
Let's take a quick look at this map view of our property. You can see that a lot of it is hilly and mountainous. While we do have plans to develop some of this area in the future, for now it serves as a really mean hiking trail system.
When you first arrive at Durant Farms, you'll pull into our driveway, and the first house you'll see on the left is the main farmhouse. To the right, you'll see the guest house and the garage built into the hill. The guest house apartment is located above the garage. If you're planning to stay at the guest house, you'll go past this stairway and then turn back to park facing the front door of the guest house.
Both of these buildings have gone through extensive renovations since our arrival. For our main house, the front farmhouse, we replaced all of our windows with modern, energy-efficient double-pane glass. We've had the exterior resided, the chimneys cladded with stone, and added a high-efficiency HVAC system. We also renovated the bathrooms, the entire interior of the house, and replaced all of the plumbing, which was quite a surprise.
For the guest house, we waterproofed the exterior and finished it with stucco. We changed the gables, added insulation, and electrified the HVAC, removing an old fossil fuel burning unit. We added this beautiful staircase so our guests can easily access the garden and the sauna deck, which are both still in development.
With the help of an old friend, we carefully removed the wood from this structure. Fun fact, this place used to be an old sleeping shed for the man who used to live here. Clint Smith and his wife Bessie raised their 10 children on our farm from the 1950s through the early 2000s. Clint worked long hours on the farm and at the local mill. Seeking a place of refuge, he built himself this shed to catch some Z's right next to this peaceful creek. We've been fortunate enough to learn all of this and more from conversations with our neighbors and from our local mailman. He's a local historian, and he's lived on our street for his entire life.
In place of the sleeping shack, we built this deck for our sauna and cold tub. We added a little rain garden full of aquatic plants that help filter and absorb the water as it sheds from the mountainside.
This rain garden allows us to filter sediment and nutrients before they travel downstream and into the larger North Turkey Creek. Small choices like this can have a big impact over time. We're using natural systems wherever we can to solve the problems we inherited when we became the stewards of this property.
One of the biggest tasks we've undertaken, in addition to the erosion control, is the development of our farm road. This road used to be a dirt path with steep eroding banks. Once muddy and rutted, the farm road is now level, graveled, and safe. The banks are stable, and mudslides, once common, are hopefully a thing of the past.
We knew from the start that we needed to have a good road if we wanted to see our farm reach its full potential. We're really fortunate to have found a great road contractor to help with the project. Mountain excavating will likely be here for years to come as we clean up the logging roads uphill. Good thing they're our neighbors and live just one valley over.
In addition to all the land development and renovation work, we've also developed infrastructure for our llamas and alpacas. Since the conception of Durant Farms, having a herd of fiber-producing alpacas has been central to our plan. Once we decided to get alpacas, we knew there were some things we had to do. Even though our property came with 2 fenced pastures, they were fenced with barbed wire, which we cannot use with llamas and alpacas due to the fact that their fiber could get caught in it.
We made a priority to re-fence our front pasture first. It is closer to our main house and farther from potential predators. It's also close enough that we can keep an eye on them with ease. Being closer to the guest house also made the most sense to us, as this gives visitors staying with us the maximum opportunity to interact with our guys.
We visited multiple alpaca farms and joined the AOA, Alpaca Owner Association, and spoke to as many alpaca owners as we could get in contact with. We learned quickly that because of the risk of coyotes in our area, we would have to get a guard animal for the herd. We thought we would end up with a Great Pyrenees at first, but ultimately decided to go with llamas as our guards.
Guard dogs can be a great fit for many farms and different types of livestock. Though we have met many alpaca farmers with guard dogs, there is a risk that the dogs will intimidate alpacas. Canines and large cats are the main predators of their species' South American ancestors. Dogs are also known to wander off and stay up all night barking. As busy people, neither Whitney nor I wanted to be up chasing dogs through the hills at night.
Llamas, on the other hand, do not challenge fencing or wander off. Alpacas and llamas are both camelids, meaning they speak the same language. They also look a lot alike. All of this helps alpacas bond with their guards and trust them for protection. Once our pasture was re-fenced, we built a 3-sided structure for them. The llamas arrived on April 10th, and the alpacas came about a month later in mid-May.
Since then, we've doubled the size of their structure and added a solar awning to one of the sides. This ensures they have plenty of covered space, rain or shine. We've faced a number of other challenges, from loose barbed wire to burrs in their fur. But ultimately, the boys all get along well and love their new home. The alpacas intuitively trust the llamas, and they all live peacefully together in their 1.5-acre pasture.
In the coming year, we hope to have a proper barn at the top of the hill, as well as more glamping sites in the back pasture. The barn will include guest accommodations, as well as a view to the mountains and the alpaca pasture. The alpacas and llamas are a big part of what make our farm unique. While we do hope to get more alpacas in the future, right now we're more focused on developing the infrastructure to handle more animals and more guests.
We're also planning to plant our first vines as we try our hand at organic viticulture. So what are you waiting for? Book a stay at Durant Farms at the links below.
See you soon!